to 4 out of 5 stars. I'm your host, Cate Allen, and I have with us Isaac Singleton Jr. And we are excited to have you here at Salt Lake Comic-Con. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be welcomed.
Okay, so one of the things that, obviously you're a good-looking man, you're an actor, you love what you do. A lot of people want to do what you're doing, and they think, well, how did he get there? How can I do what he's doing? What advice would you give to them?
Normally, I would say run quickly, run hard, and run the opposite direction. But if your heart is in this, if your heart's really into it, I would say study acting. Yeah. That's the first thing, because you just can't walk into it and be an actor. Exactly. There's people who have talent, but you also have to have skill, too, and that's where the problem comes in. You have to have the skill to make the characters come to life. And then after that, if you want to do film acting, I'd say, get on sets. Even if you do extra work first, learn how the camera works, learn lighting, all that kind of stuff. Then learn how to move. Learn you're going to have to learn where your spots are, blocking, all that kind of stuff. So.
And exactly, camera angles, because how you look on camera is sometimes very different than people anticipate.
True, and you'd also want to know framing and all that kind of stuff too. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so now tell us about some of the upcoming projects you have.
Well, tonight here at the Comic-Con, they have 2 films I've done here in Utah over the past couple of years premiering. One's called Orc Wars, and the other one's called Inside. And they're going to be, one's a fantasy-based film, Orc Wars is, and Inside's a horror movie.
Okay, well, awesome. Okay, now tell us what you think about Comic-Con.
Well, I love Comic-Cons, but this one seems to be pretty good, especially for the first time. I mean, there's a lot of people, and it's well organized, and they seem to have a lot of traffic, and it seems like everywhere people are happy or having a good response, so I think it's great.
Okay, this is fantastic. We want to thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay. All right, one last question. Favorite movie that you've been in?
My movies are like children. You really can't have a favorite, you know what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed doing Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a lot of fun. And I did another show years ago called Arliss. And the thing I liked the most about Arliss is the fact that they tried to script this character because his name was Greg Whitaker. He was a basketball player that Arliss was representing because Arliss was a sports agent. Only thing is that when Greg Whitaker talked, you couldn't understand what he was saying. Yeah. So when I went to audition, they tried to script it, but they couldn't. So they said, just tell us a story, make us understand what you're saying, but not understand what you're saying at the same time. So I told them the story. When I left the room, they were still laughing. I got the call that day that I got the part. And the thing that made it great about it was that I got to make up my own dialogue when I was on set. So that made me feel like I was really actually contributing to the show itself and being my own creation,
That's awesome. Yeah. That just sounds like a ton of fun.
It was a great time.
Okay, well, we want to thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned for more.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us at Salt Lake Comic-Con on 4 out of 5 stars. Be sure to also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/4 out of 5 stars.